Hey guys, my name is Ariana and today I want to talk to you about proper running mechanics, and that's for two reasons. Reason number one being injury prevention, and reason number two is that I want you to actually enjoy running. It's in our DNA to run, and I feel like if you know how to do it properly, you might enjoy it more. So a little bit about my background is that I studied motor control at A&M for 4 years, and during that process I was able to take classes in biomechanics where I could apply what I learned in my biomechanics labs, and as well as working for a sports training facility where I helped young athletes polish up on agility, speed, proper sprint mechanics, stuff like that. And so I want to share with you everything that I learned throughout my 4 years and through my application so that you can have the tools you need to really love and enjoy running as well. Okay, so first things first, there are 3 general phases. Phase number 1 is your acceleration phase, phase 2 is your maintenance phase, and phase 3 is your deceleration phase. And in that first acceleration phase, I'm going to show you what it looks like and what you can expect here. During your acceleration phase of a sprint, you're trying to produce a driving force for maximum horizontal velocity, and you're trying to reach top speed as fast as possible. So notice how his back leg, his ankle, knee, and hip are all triply extended, and how his front leg, the ankle, knee, and hip are flexed. This produces that driving force. So during your acceleration phase of a sprint, your body's in about a 45-degree angle with the ground that looks somewhat like this, and that's because you're really driving and moving forward, trying to get to top speed as fast as possible by doing an increased stride rate, increased stride length. And once you hit that top speed, your body transitions from this 45-degree angle to about an 80 to 85-degree angle with the ground, where your torso is almost completely upright, shoulders back, and you're trying to maintain that stride rate and stride length for as long as you can before you hit the finish line. And so that's what deciphers a good and efficient runner from a subpar runner who isn't able to save energy in the right places and displace energy in the right places. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what proper sprinting mechanics look like during this maintenance phase so that you can stay at top speed as long as you can. This is my friend DeWitt from the A&M track team, and one thing I wanted to show you is this sensation called spinal tuning. And notice how his front knee is slightly bent as his foot is contacting the ground. This neural command to the quads and calf muscles tells them to contract and store potential energy that can be used for push-off. Also notice that his torso is almost completely upright in about an 85-degree angle with the ground. So here's my poor attempt at demonstrating this phenomenon. Notice how I strike the ground with the arch of my foot and that my knee is slightly bent during contact, helping me run efficiently. And now for a more in-depth analysis than you probably need, but hey, the more you know. The arch of the foot has 3 natural springs that function to store energy and expel it as you press off the ground. These springs include the arch of the foot, the Achilles tendon, and skeletal muscle. Now, comprising the arch of the foot are the calcaneonavicular ligament and the plantar fascia. Here you can see that spring ligament, and right here you can see the plantar fascia at the bottom of the foot. The second natural spring of the foot is the Achilles tendon, and you can see it right here in this picture. And the last natural spring is skeletal muscle that consists of the soleus and gastrocnemius, as well as the quadriceps. So here are those first 2 muscles, and then quadriceps are shown next. And all of these natural springs help you conserve energy as you make contact with the ground and expel it as you press off. So whenever you're running, I want you to land on the arch of your foot so that you can utilize those natural springs as you make contact with the ground, store that energy, and then those natural springs will recoil as you press off the ground and continue with your running. So that'll cause for a more efficient use of energy. Another thing I want you to keep in mind is try not to contract your shoulder muscles, because any kind of muscle contraction causes you to use energy, and that could be energy used to supply your quadriceps muscle or your calf muscles with energy as you're running. So you don't want to be super tense whenever you're mid-jog. So another thing I want to mention is whenever you are picking out running shoes, if you're doing recreational or long distance running, try to pick something with a nice cushiony sole, because that helps reduce that impact force whenever you're contacting the ground. So my personal favorite is Adidas Ultra Boosts. Those are like my go-to shoe, but you can pretty much do whatever. Brooks, I don't care. So that is all I have for you today, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this segment of biomechanics and anatomy and physiology. So I hope you guys can go ahead and retain everything I just went over, and that you actually try it next time you go on a run. Bye guys. Like and subscribe.